Hey guys, welcome to the Dead Truth tonight. We got Mr. Betamax with us. How's it going? So quiet, man. So quiet.
It's going.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you know Alpha went and done it with old Negan over there?
Yeah, when I find him,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did
I'm
you
gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
did you ever get up in her hams yourself?
She friend zoned me pretty quick.
I know, man. It's tough getting out of that.
Yeah.
So we're hearing you got this event going on in Harrelson. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so it's called Survive the Night. It's a combination laser tag, escape room type event that we usually do. We usually do a zombie-esque type event. This one's going to be geared for Christmas. So we've got the Grinchy out there, Jose Sanchez. Most of you know who he is. He's our local walker. And then we've got Mr. Kringle out there, and you have to gather up as many packages as you can and get back to your corresponding team. And the winner with the team with the most packages wins.
If y'all go look on Instagram, it's Survive the Night on Instagram. You actually had a Christmas tree with all the lights and everything surrounding it. It was all lit up, the silos. It was really exciting, man. All the LED lights and everything. Yep. It was something to see. Yeah, there it is right there. That was awesome. That is some of the coolest thing I ever seen on the property. I think that's worth the money alone to go out there and see it like that.
Yep, that's cool. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. It's geared. This one's geared for family, so the zombie themed one is not really a family friendly event, but this one is for families. We can have the smaller kids out there enjoying it. We do have a couple more that we're going to do. We're going to go back to this next Saturday is our last one for the Christmas. And it's actually the last one for the year. And then in January, we're going to go back to our zombie theme. And then in February, we're working on a whole new theme. It's going to be vampire themed. So it should be pretty cool, too.
That's pretty awesome. Like glittery vampires? Or are we talking like, actual vampires?
Well, you could come glittery if you want, but, that's up to you.
It's all based on the fans. Hey, yes. Guys, we see you down there. Y'all need to come out and support him. How's the wife?
She's doing good. She's a little under the weather right now, but yeah, she's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna kind of get into this. How did you become Beta, man? Like when you come to Sonoya, did you already have a mask, or did you kind of, what did you do when they asked you to be Beta?
So when I became Beta, actually, I was on the show. I was one of the Whisperers, and I got the film season 9, and we were in the camp and stuff with Alpha and Beta, and I've always been kind of big into cosplay, and that one was, I'm looking at him, I'm like, hey, I'm not nearly as tall as he is, but I do kind of have the beard and all, and I made my own mask and really studied photos and stuff. Before the show actually came out, there were all those, behind the scenes stuff and all that and promo stuff. So I really studied everything, and then I started creating everything. And I was working at the same place you do, out there at Harrelson. And I decided, hey, why not try it? So I did it, and everybody seemed to really like it, and it's been going ever since.
It's pretty cool, man. Did Ryan ever see it? I mean, have you took it to a con or anything?
Ryan has never seen my cosplay in real life, but so when I first debuted my costume, it was for a premiere, and I was walking down from the Woodbury shop down to the actual premiere, and people were taking photos, and people thought I was actually the actual Ryan or Beta, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were posting it up on Instagram and Facebook, and Ryan actually liked it and commented. I think he commented on one of their posts about how it was really neat and it was such a great look and stuff. So
That's pretty exciting. It really is. So how did your wife get in Alpha? I know she's not here to answer questions, so I'm getting you to answer them through you.
basically because of me. So I started this, and she has the same body type, the same resemblance. She talks like her and everything in the show. So
Yeah.
I made her mask. I created her whole outfit, and she went out, and everybody thought she was actually her. And she loves it, when she has the opportunity. These masks, though, they take every bit of energy out of us because they're so hot, and they're just they are tough to wear.
I believe it, man. That's the number one thing for me. I can't stand stuff on my face. I really can't. I don't think I could ever be on The Walking Dead. That's why I never tried. I couldn't deal with it. Just to be on my skin.
Yeah, so, I never wore a mask on Walking Dead, so I was always unmasked. But yeah, this is the first time I wore a mask for a long period of time, and Georgia heat does something to you, so I had to get acclimated to it pretty quick.
Speaking on that, where are you originally from?
Indiana, Northwest Indiana, actually.
Oh yeah. See, like me, I couldn't last 2 seconds up there in the cold, man. I'm a Georgia boy. Like I can handle heat all day long. I can't handle the cold weather. This is killing me outside. So
yeah, I don't like how cold it is now either. I hate the cold. So yeah, I love it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Especially you doing tours all day. You get out there and you're in the middle of everybody taking care of everybody else, and you get out there and the heat kind of gets to you, and you're like, well, I got to keep it together. It's all good. Yeah. I got it. Especially when y'all did. I think y'all were doing like acting and stuff during y'all's tours. I don't do that so much in mine. But that'd be something different. Yeah. So Survive the Night. Y'all gonna have it next weekend. We want a big turnout, guys. So we actually have a promo code. It's the Truth Dead podcast. Well, the Dead Truth Pod. Well, not pod, just Dead Truth. Excuse me. I get tongue tied sometimes. But that's the promo code. How much percentage is that off?
That's $5 off a ticket. $5 off a general admission. Yep.
That's worthwhile, guys. It really is. Casey and Dustin is not with us tonight. Casey's kind of under the weather, and Dustin's in a meeting. As soon as the meeting's over, he'll pop up online. If he doesn't, that's okay too. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, the Dead Camp, Abraham's Army over at Chris in the basement, as I call him, Survive the Night, and the Walking Dead Harrelson tour, and the Water Tower tour as well. Stephen Sweet and Cindy over there. And we got the also the sticker guys. What's the sticker guy's name's the Sports Wraps or something like that. I can't really remember the name of it. I'm sorry. I'll post it on the Facebook page after this. So what you got going on tonight, man? Just kind of kicking back.
Yeah, just wound down work and just chilling out.
Everybody wants to know what Beta does on his off time, so you got to fill us in, man.
I usually have to skin some zombies, make some new skins, go look for water every now and then, go hunt some pigs and stuff. And every now and then I gotta tell people to get off my land.
Yeah, Alpha did put you in the friend zone, so ain't no hanky panky going on. Yeah, I know.
I've tried. It doesn't happen. So
she ain't coming off it.
Nope.
It happens to the best of it. Huh?
She needs a wash, though. We're all starting.
Is that what? Well, you need to tell her, man. Go out there and bathe around. Throw a piece of soap at her or something.
No, well, she doesn't have her head, so maybe that.
Well, be honest with you, Beta probably wouldn't care anyway if she had a head or not. That didn't matter to him. Yeah, he's vicious.
Not really.
All right, guys, y'all got any questions for Betamax? Anything at all? What's going on, Miss Stanford? How are you doing tonight? So let's think here. I'm sorry, I'm lost for words, but I am tonight because I don't have my sidekicks to kind of pick up the slack. Mr. Beta, Any thoughts at all?
You're
It's
loud.
always, I'm loud.
You're supposed to be quiet.
What? We wouldn't have a show if we're always quiet, man.
I know. I know.
They want to
Yeah.
talk.
So you guys excited for the upcoming season? What is it, 6 episodes or whatever? What's your theories? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think they're going to go back to the Negan and Lucille's house. Of course, we all think that, but I don't know, man. We're all excited about it. Has anybody been watching Fear or anything, or the other show? I know the other show ended. Did it ever have Rick on there?
I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah, me neither. All right.
I'm a whole fan.
all right, Mr. Beta. What's your favorite character in The Walking Dead?
Besides Beta, I'm a big fan of the Governor. I love the Governor. I think he was a strong bad guy. He was, I think if you think about it, he really wanted his people to be, well off, but he lost it, man. His daughter, being killed, and then rewatching that happen again, because of Michonne, and I just think that I think he would have. If he wouldn't have seen all that, I think things would have been different. I think he really wanted his people to wait it out.
I totally agree. I was a Governor fan too, and my biggest thing was just like in that situation, you had to get up your psyche. That's why he put the stuff in the fish tanks. That's why he was doing all that stuff. You had to get that psyche of you had to be ruthless, and that's what it was about. Same thing with Beta. I think Negan needed to be more like that instead of more like Shane. I think he needed to be ruthless too. That's why I don't think Negan was necessarily a villain. I don't think he was at all. I think Negan was just like Rick in a lot of ways, except he just kept getting girlfriends from everybody.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think he was okay.
Yeah. I mean, he had a different method of having to deal with things, but he still was. I think he was all right. I think he meant well for his people. I just think he went the wrong way about it sometimes. I don't think the Governor was that way, but not until he went a little cuckoo. But I used to do my tours as Brian Harriet, and most people didn't even remember who that was. I always thought that was fascinating.
Well, because a lot of people didn't pay much attention to it. Truth be told, man, when you when you actually go by there and remember the barn, then it kind of strikes a nerve with you. He wasn't just homeless; he actually took in another patrol with another person.
Yep.
Paige said she loved the Governor. Let's see. Let's go through here. Pam said, "Me, no Rick." She likes Rick too. Let's see. Any other questions, guys, from Mr. Beta here tonight? What's your favorite character in any other, like the Avengers or anything like that? What's your favorite Marvel character, Beta?
Oh man, Marvel. I've always liked Iron Man. I thought he was pretty cool, but I think it was Iron Man 3. The bad guy in that, the guy with the electric.
Oh yeah,
Mickey Rooney. Yeah, Mickey. What's his name?
Mickey Rooney. Yeah, he played in The Wrestler too. Yeah.
I thought he did a great job, and I liked him. I liked that as a bad guy. I thought he was kind of cool. He was mysterious. And but I really like the Iron Man out of the Avengers. I thought he was really good. I can't wait to see the new what is it? The chick that's with the dude that shoots the arrows. What was her name? The Russian girl.
The Russian girl. Not too sure, man. Yeah, I'm not too sure her name. I'm sorry.
She had the red hair. So I'm trying to think of what her name was.
Black Widow?
Yeah, Black Widow, the new Black Widow show. I want to see David Harbour is doing the new character. He's like a Russian Captain America guy. I kind of want to see that. I think that's going to be kind of neat. What is it? Red Guardian? Yeah, Red Guardian. Yeah, I want to see
he's
that.
Same dude that plays in the other show on Netflix, Stranger Things, right?
Stranger
Yeah,
Things. Yeah, I knew
yeah,
somebody who was on that.
yeah, man. I wonder, Beta. I wonder. Is your alter is your alter ego, right?
Yep, yep. I know a
Yeah.
Russian guy that was on that.
Oh yeah. My favorite character in Marvel has always been the Punisher, and I think John Barenthal was the perfect Punisher. Because I mean, that guy, he had everything in his life stripped away. Like his family died, and
Yeah.
he went after everybody and killed everybody that ever went after his family. And the way he did it was just marvelous in that show. And I wish that they could have kept going with it. I'm hoping Disney picks it up, but it ain't gonna be near as violent with Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And there's that, and I don't like the Nicolas Cage, but I really like the comic book version of the Ghost, the guy with all the flames and stuff. I can't think of his name.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for the Nicolas Cage version, but I think if they would have casted it with the right person, I think it would have been perfect.
Well, I don't know. Y'all quote me on this, guys, at the bottom, but I think Norman Reedus actually is getting casted as the new Ghost Rider. I think that was the news about a year ago, before all this COVID stuff hit. He was actually asked would he portray Ghost Rider, and they said he would love to do it. Nothing ever came from it, but I know he was questioned about it. Yeah. Yeah, Norman would be the perfect Ghost Rider in that occasion. But actually, Nicolas Cage actually got asked a couple months ago, did he want to be the next Freddy Krueger? And he said he'd love to do it. So that's up in question now, too.
Well, he needs money, so that's why. He's
Well, I
going to
mean,
do anything he can.
he can do conventions and stop spending his money on them women. That's what he can do.
Right.
In all honesty, let's see here.
Yeah.
What do you think about Virginia and Fear? No comment.
I haven't watched Fear since I just had a hard time getting into it. I think the last episode I watched, they were at a dam or something, and they were trying to like get water or something to their people. I just couldn't get into it. And I tried the new one, the new spinoff. I watched like 2 episodes, and I just can't do the teen angst. It's just not me. I'm a true fan of the original show. The original one, and I just don't get into them. I guess I'm not much of a TV person either. So,
well,
Walking
I'll be
Dead
honest
is
with you.
I watch.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The reason I started watching The Walking Dead was purely because it was filmed around here, and I've been around movie sets ever since I was 5 years old. I was actually on the set of Fried Green Tomatoes, so like every movie that ever got filmed here, I always watched them film it. Even when they filmed Broken Bridges, I watched that being filmed. So when I started going to Walking Dead, and they were actually coming out and meeting us and being nice to us, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna support these guys because they're nice to me. And when I actually got into it, it's when I fell in love with the show. And that's why I loved it. When I watch Fear, I don't have that connection with them. I don't. And I tried hard to. Like Dustin's been on me about watching it. And to be honest with you, I just swung back over to Breaking Bad. Like I'm in the second season of Breaking Bad right now. Because I love that show. I think, being, like Walter White in real life, if your wife and your family was not going to make it and you're going to die, you would do anything necessary to stay, keep them afloat and support them even when you pass. And I could relate to that.
Yeah,
I really could. I think that at the end of the day, if I was married, because I'm not anymore, but my wife and my family would in the world would matter to me.
yeah. I just have, like I said, I had a hard time connecting to them. I mean, I'll try giving it another try. I always do. I just been super busy with everything else. So that's why I said I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm either making masks or I'm doing something for Survive the Night or I'm beta or I'm on a set somewhere. So,
I got you, man. You're more or less a I got to do person than sit there and relax person. I got you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I do wishy washy. Sometimes I'm that way. Sometimes I'm not. Yeah, it's all good, man. Let's see. The Walking Dead 90210. Laugh out loud. Let's see here. No connection. Yeah, no connections to the characters. I can relate to that, Miss Barker. Let's see. Breaking Bad is so good. Same Pam. I watched Fear, same connection. That's Miss Page. Miss Page actually lives in Noonan with me. I've been knowing her since I was about, let's say, about 14 or 15 years old. Let's see, what else we got? She is coming back, Miss Linda, Miss Jenkins, but I don't know that character. I know of her because I watched Fear, but I just don't keep up with it. Season
Madison, yeah, that
6
was
or
the
10.
bomb.
Yeah, Madison. Yeah, I just don't. I don't keep up with it. I just don't. Let's see. Miss Stanford says she likes Fear and Beyond. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I generally have dust and everything to fall back on, so I kind of feel like I'm in limbo right now a little bit because I don't have somebody to kick off of. Um, so, what is your connection with The Walking Dead, Mr. Beta? I mean, what brought you to say I love this show?
Uh, so we seen my wife and I have always been huge zombie fans. We loved zombie genre so much that I think we've seen every zombie movie out there.
Yeah.
And one day we're sitting. We lived in Indiana at the time, and one day we're sitting and we were watching something, and an advertisement for The Walking Dead showed up that it was going to be airing on Halloween, and we were like, well, that's interesting. I never read the comics or anything like that. I was like, that's interesting. I'm going to have to check this out. An
Yeah.
actual zombie themed television show. We've got to check it out. So we watched the first episode, and it was okay, but we stuck to it, and we absolutely fell in love, and we've watched every single episode. I started at was it season 7, part of season 8. We kind of started to fall out of it a little bit, but we stuck to our guns and started watching it again, and then season 8, we kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. And then I got cast to be on the show. And then I was like, well, shit, I probably should start watching this again. So I got caught all up, and I wasn't as far behind as I thought I was going to be. I only had to catch up on 3 more episodes. But we got caught up, and we've watched every single episode since, on Sunday night. I know there's people that watch it early and stuff. We don't do that. We're still true diehards. At 9 o'clock Sunday, the lights are off, the popcorn's ready, the kids are sitting there ready to watch the show. So that's how we are.
I'll be honest with you. My favorite place to watch the show is always in Nick and Norm's when they have the parties. I think that's real. It's a really cool perspective to watch it through. I've been there about 4 or 5 times doing that. It's pretty cool setup. If you don't get a chance to do it, it's pretty awesome. Of course,
I've been there quite a few times.
Oh yeah, they have trivia and everything, and just letting people know what everybody's saying about it. Let's see. You're not old, Christy. I appreciate it. Miss Stanford said that I'm making her feel old by calling her Miss Stanford. Mr. Beta, what made you come to Georgia? Did you come to Georgia for the show?
No, we came to Georgia for the weather.
I do not blame you at all there. I don't.
Actually, we were in the process of we had a death in the family, and it was just nasty cold, in the negatives. And all of us looked at each other and we're like, we're tired of this. We can't do this anymore. And we were going to move to Florida, actually. And a friend of mine took a job that was down here, actually in Peachtree City. And I helped him move down here a couple times. And then my wife and all of us decided his last big move, it was his final days in Indiana. We helped him pack up the rest of his stuff in his U-Haul, and then for our spring break, the kids were still in school. We decided to come down and help him finish moving down, and then we were going to go down to Florida and check out places for us to move to. So we got down here. My wife and kids hadn't been down here. I'd been down here several times. My wife and kids hadn't been down yet, and they instantly fell in love with it, and they're like, okay, this is where we got to go. I'm like, well, we still got to go to Florida and check it out. And of course, they won.
Yeah.
Happy wife is a happy life. So we decided to move to here to Georgia, and that's where everything started. So
Did you know the Dead was filming here?
the walking, yes, I did know that. As a matter of fact, we'd come through. We went to Florida because we used to vacation in Florida all the time. We went through
Yeah.
Florida. We went to Florida. We were coming back, and we stopped in Sonoy, and we were going to do some tours and stuff. But yeah, we knew that it was filmed here. Probably 2 or 3 years before we moved down, we knew about it. But um, I wasn't. I didn't know anything about the film industry and didn't know, what it was all about until I really moved down here, and then I really got to learn it and be in it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's neat. I don't second guess ever coming down. That's for sure.
A lot of people, like, I know we say it all the time, but a lot of people think it's BS about the family kicked all this, man. But it is a family. I mean, we do legitimately care about each other. I know a friend of ours just lost his girlfriend, and we kind of banded together around him, and a lot of people's been taking care of him. And I'm not going to say his name; everybody knows him, but we appreciate y'all doing that. And I know a lot of people kind of reaching out to him right now. Um, his girlfriend has been a member of this family for years now. I want to say about 6 or 7 years altogether. And she kind of grew with us. I know she did a lot of stuff with the conventions. She did a lot of vending and everything. And I think everything is. I'm glad everybody's reaching out to him. I really am.
Yeah, that's tough, but yeah, I'm glad they are too. Yeah, that was the thing we learned when we moved down here and we started getting into the Walking Dead community, I should call it, the family. Um, because I started doing the tours uh, at um, at Jamie's shop, when there was somebody else there. I started doing tours there, and I did that for about a year or so. Um, and I got to meet all these people, and then I got to be on the show and stuff like that, and got to meet, Oscar Red Hat, and all those folks, and Jeff Wagner and Brandon Hardison and William Bell and all of them. We're all like, we all get together. We gotta watch out when we get together, but it could be, kind of scary if we all get in the same room together because, it's a bunch of us, Walking Dead guys, look out. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a blast. So, but yeah, every one of them's family. And I know one thing that caught my attention was one day I was having a bad day, and one of them reached out to me, and they just like could sense it, and they talked to me for a while, and they just brought my spirits up, and they're great.
And I mean, to be honest with you, like Oscar, I've known him for about 8 years now. Jeff Wagner, he supports this show fully. I think he's watching right now. We love you, Jeff. I've known Jeff for just as long.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. Try not to get too messed up tonight. We love you though. But yeah, it's one of those things where we just support each other no matter what. I've lost a lot of friends along the way. I've gained a lot of friends. I love this community. I mean, even when I went through my personal trials and tribulations, I shied away from it for 2 years. But as soon as I wanted to come back, they gave me open arms, and that's what I love about it, man. That no questions asked. It is what it is, man. Everybody loves each other. We have people watching on YouTube tonight. Welcome to the show. Um, I'm gonna have another giveaway next week. Anybody that wants to participate, we're gonna kind of do some similar stuff. I don't know what I'm giving away yet, but we'll do something. I'm thinking about doing some trivia or something like that. Let's
Hey,
see.
you got a question from YouTube. They want to know, who do you think should die?
The question from YouTube is, who do you think should die on The Walking Dead? Right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let you answer that, Mr. Beta. Who do you think should die?
Daryl.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Exactly.
He's a punk.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask you this question because most guys I know feel the same way. In the first season, Daryl was awesome, man. He really was. He was like a modern day redneck. And the curve they had for him, now all he does is cry. And then he went out in the woods and pouted for a little while. And he had a dog and he cried again. And then he's just moody as all hell. And I don't know why. Like, I love Daryl the way he was. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked him at first because, he was that redneck, don't mess with me, beat the shit out of you if you look at me cross-eyed. Now, I don't know, man. I don't care for him.
I don't buy the redneck, man. I just don't anymore. Like when the first season came up, I believed him that first season. After that, I'm like, yeah, I've never seen a redneck do all that. I grew up around them. It ain't gonna happen like that. They might get upset, when their father dies or something like that, but no, they don't catch him like that.
Yeah, the whole crying stuff, it's a little bad for me, yeah.
But I'm the one I would like to die. Let's see. I would say, I know people's probably gonna hate me for this. I would say Michonne. I just her character is kind of detached now. You can tell she's not there as once she once was. She's not what she used to be. Maggie had a little drop off where she came back, and they're like, she's actually back now, and we ain't seen her actually act yet. But I'm hoping she's in full gear. But maybe Miss Shauna come back and be awesome. But she didn't die, so that means she's still around.
I was upset that Rosita didn't get it. I just never liked her.
Rosita's not even there half the time, man. You forget her. It's like she's not. I know she's played.
There's so many great characters. There's so many great characters that they got rid of, and they kept, the ones that are like they're meaningless to us, So I don't know. When the Whisperers start showing up, and they had the whole these whole new groups of people showing up. They haven't made a connection with me yet. Magna and all them. I don't care for them as much as I like the original group that they killed off.
Well, the original
Glenn had to die, but Abraham and they killed off our boy Carl, and Rick leaves, and it's just they kind of killed it for me when they did all that.
I agree with the Carl thing. I think the Carl thing, the show ain't recovered. I don't think the show ever will recover after the Carl thing. The Carl thing set a lot of dominoes up to fall, and that was including Rick. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think looking back, did Gimple fuck up really bad? Definitely.
Yeah.
Could it ever be back the way it was? No, I don't think it's ever going to be. But what you can do is take the half a sandwich is still good and try to make something work out of it. And maybe, who's to say, this new character they brought in this time, they got that new guy that came in. So hopefully everything will function and be copacetic, and maybe we'll like him. I wanted to like Beta. I wanted Beta to fight Negan like in the comics. I wanted Negan to break his bat across his back. Never happened.
Yeah, that fight sucked. That was the worst ending for a character I've ever seen.
Not to mention, man, that fight between him and Negan in the comic books was just cool. I mean, he broke Lucille across his back. I mean, how do you not put that on TV? And I waited for it.
Oh, and the destruction, the path of destruction that he did before he got killed, before Beta got killed, was just unbelievable. And that didn't happen. It's it was like, to me, it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put my hands up and go ahead. That's how it felt to me. It was just so Daryl could get his kill, and that's all it was. But man, when I seen him pick up that walker and sling him into Negan, I was all hyped up for it because we were at Nick and Norman's watching that, and then all of a sudden he's dead, and I'm like, what the hell happened there? how that quick?
Yeah, to me, that was a fuck up within itself. You had so much good to get it. Not even the whole thing about Beta being a country music star. You know, there's a couple times where you've seen it's like Negan when you know he died and his mask gets ripped off. He goes, "You know who that was?" And Daryl's like, "Nobody." Tell me who the fuck that was. Not just show me on Fear. Tell me who it was. I mean, we see the album cover. We have no idea who the hell he is. And to me, that's another lost story. That's time spent, fucked up time that just went away. You had some good episodes there that you just wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's part of what we don't get anymore. And that's what The Walking Dead is missing. You know, I like Frank Darabont. Frank Darabont was my favorite Walking Dead director, period. After him, when he left the show, it just ain't the same. And I've always kind of said that. I mean, how do you feel?
Yeah, kind of. I think Gimple really screwed a lot of stuff up, but you know, I know everybody loves Angela, and I don't think she's doing that great of a job either. I think what it is they've decided to come up with all this other stuff. You know, there was supposed to be all these movies coming out, and there's all these spinoffs and stuff, and I think they've put too many eggs in one basket, and they've lost focus of what their main, you know, bread and butter is, and that's the actual show, The Walking Dead. And I think they've pretty much given up on it and is like, okay, you know, we're just going to let it run its course until it's done. I think that's how they are right now.
I think they put training wheels on it. I feel the same way you do. I do. I think that instead of telling a story, they're relying on these other shows to piece everything together. And you could have done that by keeping the one show you had. You had too many eggs in other baskets instead of just keeping all your eggs in one. Yeah. And it took away from the show. I remember telling people, they're like, "What do you think about Fear when it first came out?" I'm like, "It's gonna hurt The Walking Dead." And they're like, "No, it's gonna be great." I'm like, "No, because you got too much shit going on outside the spider web. Because a spider has to control that web, right? If you got 3 spider webs and one spider, how in the hell is that spider supposed to control those 3 webs? It just ain't gonna function correctly." And that's what hurt me. It's like, look, we invested 10 years of our lives into this, truthfully. And for you to sit there and come up with these other things, yes, I like them. I think they're great. But does it hurt the show overall? Yeah, it hurt all 3 of them. And that's what you get. You could have had a great show just in the one.
Yeah. That's true. And this is the only show that's, you know, that's been out there like this. You know, it's referred to in the community like, you know, Star Trek. You know how Star Trek was. You know,
definitely. Yeah.
It's got this huge following, and it's you know, Star Trek still has its following, even though the show has ended. You know, and they still have their stuff. But The Walking Dead, you know, they're just, I don't know, they're just kind of, you know, brushing their fans off to the side for new projects is what I think. You know, and it's just not. I don't know. I don't know if it was the relationship between AMC and them, you know, because it kind of went south there at one point. I don't know if that's what it was or what, but you know, it's sad because this is like one of my, like I told you before, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, and this is the only thing that I really watched was this. You know, I watched Stranger Things because you know it's bad, but you know that's like the only thing that I really watched.
Well, that's think about what you just said though. This show, you don't even watch TV, but this show got you off and got you running, and you're dressed up like Beta, and you don't even normally watch TV.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that's saying something huge. It really is. I think that the show is game changing, and I think what changed about it was when they started coming out and meeting the fans could relate to that. When they pulled back and they stopped meeting the fans because of all the spoilers, it took away, and you see the fan base dwindling here. And what I'm saying is, you see the people who used to come down here start dwindling off because they had a chance to meet Norman Reedus, or they had a chance to meet Andy Lincoln, and when they turn that back, you see the fan base drop, and it did drop. And I think that's what the fans related because they thought they were part of this. And me doing this show, it gives people the opportunity to kind of be a part of it. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a fan. I'm not looking for any money at all. I'm just looking to hang out for now. That's all I'm doing. I got Mr. Betamax on here. He's looking awesome tonight. And that's all I'm looking forward to, man. I'm looking forward to having fun. And along the way, if we have fun and we all get along and everybody's happy, that's all that matters to me, man. And especially with all this COVID, man. I look at the COVID thing. A lot of people are stuck in their house. They have it. They can't move anywhere. Give them a chance to get away for a little while.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's all great, man. So the Survive the Night thing, you're gonna have that thing in different locations, right?
That's the plan. Yeah, eventually we'll have it in other locations. Right now we're having it there at Harrelson, but yeah, it'll eventually move. We're thinking of, we want to try to have it one time in Grantville and, you know, dotted around. And we're actually set up so we can be mobile. We can go anywhere. You know, everything is, you know, in cases and stuff. So we can set up just about anywhere as long as I've got power. I can create a whole game around your property. So
yeah, it was kind of cool, man. Like I seen presents have these little laser things on them. What was that about?
Well, so that's the thing. The gifts that they have to go get are booby trapped. So they have to actually disable those booby traps before they can grab them. Otherwise, they start doing damage to their player. So yeah, they have to disable the booby traps and then get the package back to either Kringle or the Grinch. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Hey Kevin, after you get done showing that video, show them.
Yeah, those ammo boxes, they only give you like 4 clips,
Grinch, man.
so we might need to up those for the.
So that video there, that was after they've already collected packages and they're trying to steal them from each other. So unfortunately, it was a bunch of kids versus adults. So you know, the kids know how to play video games, so they're you know, spot on with their video game play there. But that's basically what this is. It's like a live action video game. That's what we've kind of created.
Let's see if I can join in here.
And, you know, you have lives and you have to get your ammunition and all that stuff.
Put a collar on.
And the equipment we use, the guns are they look realistic. You know, they're not real, of course, but they look realistic. And so that gives that, you know, sets you into that atmosphere where you feel like you're actually in a live video game. So that's kind of what we wanted to create.
Clear.
It's pretty sweet though, man. Especially when the silos are lit up. It's pretty cool. When you got the gun going on.
Oh yeah, and we change the sounds and stuff. This one, they're, you know, elves and stuff. You know.
Oh,
is that you shooting Jose? Is that you
shooting
Jose?
Me shooting. Yeah. No, actually, I'm shooting the kids there.
Oh, okay. I can't really see. I'm just kind of going over some stuff. Yeah, okay. I see him shooting back. He's got flashes too.
Oh yeah. The guns have muzzle flash. They have headbands, so you know when you're getting shot. It'll start flashing and stuff. They actually vibrate too, so you know you're getting shot.
Get him.
Yeah, it's funny when you die. It sings "Grandma got ran over by a reindeer."
Go respawn.
This season, so
that's pretty sweet.
So you know you're dead. Yeah, you know you're dead.
I just seen Jose, little green ass, run by.
Yep. Right there he is.
There you go. Hey, Kevin, put that thing back up and show everybody Jose running through the silos. Knock this one down and go down. I think it's the next one down. Go down a little bit. Right there. Show everybody him running through the silos. Check him out. Jose's a great guy, man. He really is. Yeah. He had that fanny pack on his stomach. I asked him, was he happy to see me, man? He's like, what? I'm like, you got to roll that thing up, put it away at night, don't you? Yep.
Yeah, so when we have our zombie one, we have the lights and stuff. We have music and stuff playing out there during the zombie one. This one we don't have any music playing, but we have creepy ambient music playing. And then they have to actually go into the gym.
All right, this is Grinch.
Put a radio together to radio out for an escape. And once they get that done, at one point there's a zombie horde that comes through. So they have to be quiet and not move, wait for that zombie horde to go through. So I think there's some people that have been on here that have seen it or have played it, and they could probably attest to how much fun it was. So.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people, man. I talked to a lot of people and they liked it a lot, and I might come down there and look it around at night and look at it when it's actually going off live. That'd be kind of cool too. But
it's pretty neat at night because we got all the lights and stuff. So yeah, like I said, the Christmas one we do day and night, so that way kids can come out and have some fun. If you like the more dark, with all the lights and stuff, you want to schedule your session for more later in the evening. But it's a lot of fun. Make sure if you do come out, make sure you dress for the weather because it is all outdoors. So.
Oh yeah, that means big jackets, guys. Jose's not feeling well today. I think he actually got a little cold from it. So everybody needs to kind of be careful. And I think your wife's under weather too. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading through the comments. Everybody's being so quiet tonight. Anybody got a question for Beta? I know we kind of went over some stuff, but anybody else? That thing's got a lot of detail to it, man. You do a great job on making the mask. You really do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anybody gonna be around this weekend coming up? Because you can do the laser tag and hang out at Sonoya and hang out with all of us. I know I might have Stephen Sweet on the show next week. I've already talked to him, and we're gonna kind of go over some stuff. But what's the plans for next weekend? Y'all still gonna have the same Christmas tree and everything?
Yeah, so it's gonna be the Christmas themed. We're gonna do. We'll try to set it up kind of like it was set up this time too. But yeah, so we got sessions starting off at 2 o'clock, and they're only half hours. So they're a half-hour long session. If you want to do multiples, we'll cut you a deal on multiple sessions if you want, But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, but make sure you schedule your sessions so that way we know that how many people we're going to have. Because it's very difficult for us not to have those sessions already pre-booked because we don't want people coming up and being like, oh, I want to play, and our next available session is 2 hours later. So you know what I mean. So we have to schedule those sessions so we know who is playing and we can get it all going because there's quite a bit of workings going on behind the scenes. So
yeah. Christy said she loves the mask. It's awesome.
Thank you, Christy.
Yeah. So, what other kind of shows you like? I know you've been on Stranger Things, and what else? What else you been on?
Oh man, I've been on a lot of stuff. Cobra Kai. I'm the police officer there in season 2. I'm going to arrest the young man. I'm in a couple news shows that'll be coming out. One is the Underground Railroad, and there's a lot of stuff. I was in the Stephen King. The Outsiders. I was a drug dealer in it. So yeah, cool. I'm sprinkled through quite a bit of stuff.
On that Underground Railroad, is that the same one that filmed in Grantville?
Yes.
Did you actually film in Grantville?
I wasn't in Grantville. I actually was somewhere else, Madison. I was in Madison.
Exactly. Yeah, you remember when Tom Cruise come down and filmed American Made? Remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, he filmed in Madison. I actually went up there to meet him. We actually seen him, but he didn't come out that day. He did come out the next day, but I went up to Madison to see him film that. It's pretty good little ways away though. It's about an hour and something away. Pretty good distance.
It's a good drive. I was out there, and then I did a bunch of stuff out by Covington somewhere out in the country. So that was a fun show.
That's the Vampires locations out there on the Vampire Diaries out in Covington. Let's see. But now Dukes of Hazzard filmed in Covington too. What's your favorite production to work for?
Marvel's are pretty good. They take good care of us. I mean, I've worked on so many different ones. The Walking Dead is a great one to work for, of course, but The Stranger Things was great. I mean, they're all pretty good. I've had a couple bad ones that I worked for. Like I was on, it was like the Amazing Stories or something. It was they filmed out here. They did, I think it was like 4 episodes or 4 shows or something. It was an old Steven Spielberg TV show from the 80s that they revamped. And that one, I had really bad time on that set. It was horrible, and I refused to go back to any more of their shows because it was whatever the production company was. I won't ever work on it again. It was just horrible. But
Wow.
most of them, for the most part, are fairly good. I haven't really been working a lot since COVID started. I just worked on one I can't talk about, but it's a Marvel show. That's about all I can say. But
So you're playing the Iron Man Part 2, and you don't want to tell us. I understand. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
On Cobra.
I'm the new Iron Man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. No, on Cobra Kai, you shaved your whole beard and everything. You don't even look like you, man. I've never seen you with the beard without the beard until I saw the picture with you in Cobra Kai. That's pretty cool.
Cobra Kai and Stranger Things both. Stranger Things actually made me shave first, and then Cobra Kai worked Cobra Kai after Stranger Things. So, but yeah, they made me shave. So, yeah, I looked a little different. I looked very different.
Yeah, you did, man. You look a lot younger, and without all dead skin, you look pretty awesome. Just saying.
Right.
We know why your wife married you, because it wasn't all dead skin on your face. Yeah. But let's see here. I'm just reading through all the comments. So let's see. What do you like about Sonoya? What drew you to it? What keeps you coming back?
Oh, it's such a cute little town, man. I mean, everybody's friendly. The food is great. I mean, it's one of those little, towns you can walk around and, look at the shops and hang out at the gazebo, get you a cup of coffee and then go eat you something, at Nick and Norman's or down at McGuire's or something. It's a great place. We love Sonoy.
Oh yeah. Man, I used to love Zach Brown's when it was there too. Zach's actually he had that restaurant for a while, and you go there and listen to live bands and stuff at night. It was kind of cool. I actually met Zach Brown there one night. We were walking down the road, and he came out. He's like, "Oh, there's Zach Brown." So
wow.
he just sort of appeared. I was like, "Okay." And
that was before my time. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. But what's your favorite restaurant in Sonoy?
Oh man.
I kind of put you on the spot, but I gotta ask.
You did. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. I really like McMaster's barbecue.
Yeah.
They're great people. They got great barbecue. It's a funny story. They actually, so I'm, as one of the Whisperers, I was the butcher for the Whisperer camp. And one of the scenes is where Negan is trying to get some of the meat, and he comes up to us to get some of the meat, and Beta takes and throws him onto the ground. And then later there's a Whisperer that gave him some of the meat. That hog, they actually roasted 2 hogs at McMaster's for us on the show. And there's a lot of cool little things. So McMaster's cooked all that, and then I don't know if y'all know, but Cutie Pies, the bakery there in town, they actually make a lot of the baked goods for the show. So Carol's cookies, they came from Cutie Pies.
I got a question for you. It says, "What's the most memorable moment of the show for you, and have you met any of the actors?"
Oh yes, I've met several of the actors. I've met Norman. I've met Ryan. I've met Samantha. I've met so many of them. So the most memorable one would be, there was one day I was on set. It was like our very first introduction to the camp, and we were just dead tired. It's 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea what time it was, and it was actually the scene where Norman comes and rescues Henry and Lydia from the camp. Okay. And there was Oscar and Jeff Wagner and a whole group of us. We're like they say the guardians are loose, and we're rummaging through trying to find our masks, and we're pushing each other and shoving each other, and man, my legs were killing me because I'm bending over like take after take after take, and there was this, I don't remember who it was, but I remember Oscar's next to me, and he just plows into this other background, and he goes rolling over, and they actually loved it, and they're like, "Oh, let's keep that, let's move on." And I was like, it was my first time ever meeting Oscar too, and I was like, "Holy shit, you just wrecked this dude!" And they loved it. Unfortunately, the scene never made it, but it was fun. That was probably. And then later on that evening, they set us in different areas, and they had me back in the deep woods, and the lights were shining in like the sun was coming up. And Norman's walking through. They just wrapped them, and Norman's coming through, and I'm dead tired. I'm about falling asleep, leaning up against a tree, and I'm deep back. And he's walking past, and he trips over a stump or something on the ground and kind of stumbles a little bit. He didn't fall. And he looks me square in the eye and says, "You didn't see that," and just kept walking on. So
damn, Norman's actually a pretty cool guy, man. We back during season, I want to say 3, he used to come out and just hang out with us for like 20-30 minutes at a time. He's a pretty sweet guy, man. All right, I'd like to thank some of the sponsors tonight. Walking Dead Tours Harrelson, the camp, of course, the Water Tower Tour, Abraham's Army. Let's see. What's your event again?
Survive the Night.
Survive the Night. I'm letting you say it, baby. You got to say it now. So everybody, promo code is on the screen. The Dead Truth. Yes, sir. And we also have AutoWrapsPlus.com. You want to get Dead Truth stickers? That's where to go. Sorry about all my brain farts tonight. I'm kind of off out of the loop a little bit. Sorry about that. All right, guys. Until next time. See ya. Thank you, Mr. Bader, for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Are we muted?
Hold on. I think it's gone. Okay.